Hi, my name is Paul Hoover, and this is my first asynchronous lecture that I have created in Shapes XR. So thank you for joining. We'll see how this goes. um, so I'm going to give you a little overview of something we call body storming or spatial storyboarding. It's a method where you act things out in space with your partner so that you can get new ideas that you might not get if you were just brainstorming in Figma or on paper. This allows you to really, think with your body, with the space around you, get inspired by this space that we provided you guys. So uh, you just need to go to the next frame so that you can see the rest of the lecture. Just go left and right on your non-dominant hands control stick and then hit play down there right here. So next. So when designing for a screen, like a phone, a tablet, a desktop website, the screen is the window that you're designing for. So when you get together and brainstorm with people about that stuff, it's pretty easy to just get a piece of paper, and draw these things out. And everybody can kind of equal access to generating ideas there. But when we're designing for VR and more spatial ideas, like being in this kitchen, doing stuff, over here, walking around, you don't have that same kind of democratization of just being able to have everybody um, be able to create something in 3D. Um, so on the next slide, I'll talk a little bit about something called body storming. Now, back when people used to work, in the same room more often, for designing spatial interfaces and experiences, they would do something called body storming, or we would, where we'd all be, in the same space, and we would act out, like if I was in the kitchen here, what it would be like to chop the carrots, hand them off to somebody else. Maybe we have an AR display right here, and we would just have a piece of paper and then we'd stick it on the wall. And this would be a great way to understand kind of the physicality and ergonomics of the situation, as well as the social situation you're in. And back then you could just act that out together, but now you can act that out together in shapes. So for the first part of your assignment, I want you to get with a partner, and then I want you to act out and body storm or brainstorm some concepts in these different rooms that we've provided you. You could do something in the kitchen if you want. Maybe you could act out, cooking a recipe with someone, and all the parts, the kind of where's the recipe live, uh, over there. Maybe you could have a media watching experience, or a game over in the home office over there. You guys could act out what the future of collaboration might look like for remote workers. Um, and at first, usually you're pretty open with these things. You're just kind of riffing off each other, building a bunch of frames together, or stages, uh, and then you pull them together into a bit of a story. Hey, now I'm giant. And this is a little trick I wanted to show you guys. So, one thing you can do while you're acting it out with your partner is one person can act as kind of the Wizard of Oz, the man behind the curtain, moving the objects around for the other person as they're acting out the situation. So, this is a good way to just kind of stub in or just mock up some very early interactions and see what it feels like to use the interface um, as as the other person's acting it out, and then you can switch roles so you can see how that feels. I've used this in games where if I made a little golf course, one person acts as the ball and the other person is moving their club, and then you move the ball as if you're the physics engine for them. Um, so after you guys have, tried out a few different interactions, kind of acted out your scene, then it's time to create your final concept. Typically, I'll record a video of this from first person's perspective, just using the Oculus, camera.